Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to call the following partners. Tsamma Secondary School, Mlungisi Alexander as a principal, and the business partner is Bongide Nyokan. Let me just give you some information that Alexander, 2 weeks back, or is it 2 weeks back? They were from China. Is it 2 weeks back? Or you arrived last week?
2 weeks back.
2 weeks back. He represented SAPA, Dr. Kenneth.
No, I represented DBE.
Oh, DBE, not SAP. Okay. DBE at China. So I can see today is very much Chinese. And in Chinese, can you just greet this audience in Chinese? I'm told it's Ni Hao.
Ni Hao. Thank you very much. I'm not sure, you are confusing us. The program says MC, you are saying you are a program director. Can I take this time and acknowledge our seniors here, Ntate Sibulai, Mema Acer, the sub-district manager, Omo JB Max, Mema Sibulai, I saw Dr. Gibrain. There was also Dr. Van Niekerk from Northwest University, who was also in our midst here. The founding member of the Partners for Possibilities. We really appreciate your initiative and thank you very much for being here. We are not going to waste time, even though I'm intimidated already, my partner. Maybe just before we start, let me give a background. I was probably the last one to come to the group, Reina. Do you still remember? I was probably the last one to come to the group. Last year, this time when I was busy with the incubation camp in Camelot, I got a call from Reina who said she wants to see me urgently. I agreed, even though I was skeptical at the beginning. I agreed and listened to her attentively, but when she mentioned Dr. DeBrain, I thought this is a very good idea. I know Dr. DeBrain will always be looking out for us that day MC. Can I start, partner? Please smile, partner. Unfortunately, when it's our turn, technology is back. I am Lungisi Ace Alexander. When the program started, in fact, in the actual fact, this program is an eye-opener and it has transformed me tremendously. And I'm not the same leader that I was before. I've learned to realize that leadership is not all about an individual as a principal. But as a principal, we are expected to share and develop other teachers and other members of the SMT so that they must also be principals in future. My team is now transformed in that they are able to do things on their own, and the school was functional in my absence when I was in China, program director. I did not go with the school to China. One other thing that I've learned from this program is that now I'm able to listen, even though people are taking advantage in some instances. When you listen to them, they would make the point that now they talk for a very long time so that the job must not be done. In secondary schools, the main problem is that now we are just based on the results. When you listen forever, it means that now you end up losing touch with what is expected of you.
Thank you, partner. Just another little bit of background. We are the only secondary school in Potchefstroom. And initially I wanted to be part of a primary school, and fortunately I had to be part of a secondary school, which is quite challenging. The school is situated in an awkward area. I would say that because in the same street there is a tavern. It started as a butchery. It was a nice joint. I used to go there myself, but then it developed into a tavern. And some of the challenges we'll go through, including substance abuse. So you can imagine, the drag for the school kids to go into the tavern. The program has assisted me to be more patient, to listen and understand, and to choose my battles. I used to struggle with that a lot. I started the program while I was working for a corporate company in Clarksdorp. And there were a lot of frustrations for me. I so wished that I could have a time to myself to do the things that I love, to do the things that fulfill me. And I was not happy for a long time in corporate. I worked in my whole career in human resources for 20 years. That would have been 20 years this year, but I left in December last year. So from the first session that we did in November, Time to Think, I learned a lot and I started doing an introspection. I was feeling drained. I was feeling that the job that I was doing, I'm not much appreciated, and I deserve better. My self-esteem was plummeting. So I gathered my strength through Partners for Possibilities, and I felt that I can make a lot more difference in the children's lives who would appreciate me more than the employees that I was working with and the management that I was working for. I learned the principles of Time to Think. I learned a lot in terms of listening. It was very tough, and in November, since November, I've grown a lot as an individual. I'm able to do the things with my time as and when I want, because I'm now working for myself. It has been a tough journey, but I feel very much fulfilled than I used to in the few years. That's it. I have learned to appreciate the challenges that my partner was facing in his school. There's been a few break-ins as far as I went there. Sometimes you would get there and you would find an unannounced visitor, a parent wanting attention from him. I want an attention from him, the staff wants attention from him, but I appreciate the efforts that he and his team are trying to do at the school. I think they are in a much better position to handle it than I would ever be. More than anything, I've learned to be patient and not impose myself on my partner. As much as I was sometimes frustrated with him that he would set up appointments with me and I get there and he's just on his way out and saying, I'm going to a meeting to the department, but I've learned to appreciate that he has a lot of hats that he's wearing, and I've also learned rule number 6, that I mustn't take myself too seriously. The we part.
Yes, Ace and Bongi, it was a little bit difficult at the beginning as this one was used to be his own person, and the relationship, the partnership managed to change things a little bit, because I was only thinking that now the only person that can do things right is Alexander only. So the partnership opened up my eyes that now it's not all about me, but this partnership would be able to take our school to dizzy heights.
Okay, I also was involved with assisting because I didn't get enough attention from him. I had to get some allies from his SMT, and they reached out and asked for assistance from me. So I helped where I could. I gave them information on my networks, and we structured a meeting with Yolandi from Sun Park regarding substance abuse, but it's work in progress. We still have to follow through on this one in the next year. And I also managed to assist with one educator that was on the market to assist the learners with career guidance and study skills.
Through the partnership, we managed as a school to be able to get this hard-working partner of mine to be able to come and assist, because she's having many talents this Xhosa woman is having many talents that will be assisting the learners, as you say, the client. The client will be able to benefit from whatever she's going to bring into the fold. And we are now, the reason why I was introducing the Tsamma is that now we have to schedule a meeting with the Tsamma to come and brief the entire team moving forward with our QLTC.
Great stuff.
Here you see myself and the partner with the evergreen second manager of mine, Tau, LZ Daunyani, who was supposed to be here with us today, but is held up somewhere. He'll be joining us maybe at a later time.
Okay, with regards to the work, I think we have briefed a little bit with the previous slide, but collectively we managed to move from not engaging to progressing to take the school further with the study methods that we introduced, as well as organizing the learners to identify their talents, because I'm very passionate about learners who are talented. I'm so blessed to see the young ones doing dance, and we were also blessed in the morning with the singing that Richard, we really appreciate it, because I think it's important that we nurture the skills, the inner talents that children have, and assist them to maneuver in their own way of getting into whatever careers that they would eventually go into, whether they go into university or vocational colleges or whatever it is. But as parents, as partners, as teachers, we need to support our kids and make sure that we nourish those talents. I think that's it.
Yeah, on a parting shot, ladies and gentlemen, let me also say through Flawless Consulting, we were able to rope in Metropolitan, who managed to sponsor the school with 20,000 for our needs. We also managed in the past week to get Harmony Gold, who promised to refurbish our science lab to the tune of 1.9 million. So it means that now the skills that we are learning from you are already waiting for us. And finally, thank you. It was not easy, but it was worth it. And the final thanks maybe must be going to Rina, who always had time for us, even though you felt a little bit down. She would just come out of the blue without knowing that now we're having a bad day and come and hold your hand. Thank you very much, Rina, for that. And do the same to the group that you are going to take from here henceforth. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Where there is a will, there is a way. And we are on time.